Welcome to the Geeks Attic. This is a novelization review of Sleepaway Camp. Sleepaway Camp, a novelization of the 1983 cult classic horror film, was written by B.R. Flynn. It's being published by Encyclopocalypse Publishing, and I want to thank them for sending out a digital copy for me to review. Now, this is going to be the cover of the trade paperback. Beautiful artwork on that, and there's also going to be a mass market paperback edition being released with the original poster art. Now, I want to get into a brief summary before I get into my overall thoughts. A little boy, his sister, and their father were involved in a tragic accident on a lake near Camp Arawak, leaving only one survivor, one of the kids. Now, this kid would be Angela, and she would be adopted by her Aunt Martha. And when Angela was old enough, Martha and her son, or Angela's cousin Ricky, would be sent off to sleepaway camp at Camp Arawak. Angela was a little bit different. She was strange and quiet, and her behavior, sadly, made her an easy target for bullies. Now, during this season of Sleepaway Camp, kids and staff started dying off. While some thought that these deaths were just merely accidental, something a little bit more sinister was creeping around the camp. Could it be the legend of the horned serpent? Some at Camp Arawak might think so. And now for my overall thoughts. I am pleasantly surprised with this novelization. It's fast-paced, and yes, it is creepy. The author does an excellent job expanding the events of the film, adding the perfect amount of extra material. I like how we get inside of Angela's head, a lot of bizarre stuff going on up there. There are some mysteries of the film that are more transparent in the novelization. I was really surprised by what would be considered spoilers in the film were all mentioned right up front. What becomes this great reveal at the end of the movie is explained in detail at the beginning of the book. In the film, it was an excellent plot twist. I thought while reading, how in the world is this book going to top the ending of the film? Oh boy, it absolutely does. The author did a really good job with all the characters in this book, especially capturing the weirdness of Aunt Martha. What could be viewed as really bad acting in the film is explained perfectly in this book. She's just a weird, sick, and twisted woman. I was really surprised by all the differences in this novelization and just how good they were and how perfect it made the story. On day one of camp, the campers are all around a fire, and one of the counselors is telling this scary story about a creature that comes up out of the lake, a monster, a shapeshifter called the Horned Serpent that changes into a girl before killing its prey. So automatically we get set up with like, oh, the kids are going to be creeped out at camp. I just think that this story, it's perverted, but it's far superior than the film. I love novelizations. I've read a lot of them. B.R. Flynn put Sleepaway Camp up at the top. It is one of the best novelizations that I've read. It does everything that a novelization should do. So for the rating, well, I think the story is gross and perverted. All the characters, they're all screwed up in so many different ways. I've got to give this novelization an A+. Like I said, it does everything that a novelization should do. And that'll do it for this book review. Remember to hit that thumbs up, subscribe if you haven't already so you'll be notified when I post more videos. Have a good one.